we're kind of the first step. So if somebody wants to get into the real estate business, the first step is getting into that licensing process, right? So they've got to learn the basics, the fundamentals, then they've got to go to the license exam, kind of the first entry step. So we're the first voice a lot of them see. We get a lot of those initial questions. Our customer service department, they're pretty well versed in the industry because they've got to explain to folks who pick up the phone and call and say, I want to be a real estate agent. What does that mean and what do I do? We kind of do that all day long. So it's a great business and we meet a lot of great people.
Oh, that's fantastic. What states are you in?
Right now we are in Louisiana and Mississippi as far as real estate's concerned. And so we're really proud of our footprint there and been there for over 40 years now, 3 generations. We're proud of the work we do.
Wow, congrats. That's super cool, man.
Thanks.
So let me ask you this. What advice would you give a new agent coming into the market?
Oh, that's a great question. So a brand new agent, right out of the exam, got their license. I think that the number one thing I would tell them is make sure you know the business that you're in. Be playing the long game. Understand that it might take a little bit of time to gain momentum. So you might get lucky and get that initial right out of the bat success, but it's much more likely that you're going to have to build a career over time because the product that we're selling, it's not like something that everybody's going to need right now, right? We're talking about buying and selling houses. So if they make calls to their sphere, as an example, just because they're not buying or selling today doesn't mean that your career is a failure. It just means it's going to take a little bit of time. So I think patience is important and getting out there and understanding you just started a business. However your state's licensing model is, however it's set up, you just started a business. And so you don't expect to fill up the doors on day one. And so in this type of business, long term, think long term.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's important.
That's great advice. Excellent. So here at Inman Connect, is there anything that you've seen, any piece of technology that you're like, whoa, game changer?
Oh, man. There's so many. I think that, the Google gentleman that was talking about machine learning, I think that the idea of what data can do for us as marketers, the idea that, for instance, Facebook advertising, and the fact that an agent can micro-target and absolutely understand who it is that they're reaching out to, the data that's behind that, and how they can utilize that to make more effective decisions when they're spending their advertising time, their money. I think that's super fascinating. Even though I probably don't understand half of what that guy was talking about. It's really, really interesting. But data and big data, I mean, it's working even for our business. I know it can work for all businesses and how they integrate their marketing. So I think that's the thing that caught my eye probably the most. And then, of course, there's the iBuyers and that whole movement. I think that's really interesting. Just interesting to watch the market move.
Absolutely. Fascinating.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
super
pretty cool.
Super cool. Where do you think that technology is going to take the real estate industry?
I don't think that the agent is going to get replaced by technology. I don't really think that's what's happening. I think that it's all about just the connection of the buyers and the sellers and the parties involved. I think it's going to make great agents better. I think it's going to give a multitude of tools for people to succeed, but I think it's the understanding of the agents of what they need to do with these tools that's incredibly important. But I think, look, tech is awesome, and I think all of these different tools and implementation, I think is great. It's such an important industry. Look at all of the people that want to be a part of it. I think it's interesting, but markets are moving, and it's moving faster, right? Technology, it's all gonna. I don't know. That's basically all I've got. It's interesting. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah. No, absolutely.